Hey guys, so if you know me in real life, then you might notice something that's a bit different about this here, but if you don't, then that's completely fine, because I'll tell you, I just got my wisdom teeth out yesterday, and I'm really sorry, but I don't have any footage of me acting loopy because the anesthesia that I got didn't really allow me to act that way. I don't know what they put it in. It's probably like limeade or something, but I am completely fine. I'm just a bit swollen and I'm really tired, but this is a perfect opportunity for me to lie on the couch, do nothing, and react to Shadow and Bone. Now, before you say anything, I promise you, I have watched the show before. I watched it 2 times. This is my 3rd rewatch. I got to episode 5 last night, but I didn't want to do a reaction then because I feel like the later episodes are much better, and I wanted to get my rewatch reaction to it now. I can't talk as well as I usually do, or at least that I usually think I do, but we're gonna watch episode 6 now and just do some random commentary. I'm not really gonna act any different than I usually do, but when I'm alone watching something like this, I usually just go all out, and right now I'm just so tired to the point where I just want to, this is all I want to do. So let's watch Shadow and Bone for the 3rd time. Which one is this? I forgot the intro. Ooh, spooky. Okay, so the guy playing Arkin is actually like a really good actor. I think he was in like the Musketeers movie, and he's really good in this role. I was really uncertain of how they were going to incorporate a new character, but he's a great liar and a great actor, both in this show and, well, not liar outside of the show, but you know what I mean, right? And I love Ben Barnes' acting in this scene. It's so good. Ben Barnes is so good. Like, I can't even compare him to, like, Book Darkling. Okay, so I've noticed that someone pointed this out in a reaction video, but Ben Barnes really likes to use his nose whenever he's acting, and I can't look away from it now. Onto my palace. I got scared the first time I watched it because I don't like when people raise their voices at me, and even though he's talking to someone else, it's just terrifying. And the way that they incorporated Nina into this story, because she is linked to it, not as strongly as the main crows, but she's definitely more involved than I thought she'd be. Ben Barnes makes me laugh, but like in an I'm scared way. He absolutely terrifies me past episode 5. And that's how you can tell he's an amazing actor. Also, I love this scene because Alina is so smart. We stan. Seeing this crossover was probably the weirdest thing I've ever experienced in my life. And I've seen some things, but not like this. Woo! Go Alina. I love the crows more, but go Alina. The way I would bow down to Jessie Maylee too. I kind of like them showing how desperate the Darkling is to get Alina back, because we don't get to see it back in the good old Shadow and Bone trilogy. Okay, I missed this the first time, but they mentioned Matthias here. Like, the Darkling knows who Matthias is, which is even stranger to me. I just love how big of a role Fedra has in this show for some reason. He is so underrated. So I've never watched Titanic before, but judging by this, there were some questionable things as to how the plot went down, especially with this driftwood thing here. In Six of Crows, there was no driftwood, I'm pretty sure. Danielle Galligan and Callahan Skogman, perfect. I don't think they had as big of a role as I'd wish they'd had, but they made the most of their screen time, that's for sure. I think my parents pointed out that it was like way too obvious to know that it was her, but at the same time, only the noble people of Ravka ever got to see her. I could not believe dragon fruit exists in the Grishaverse. Also that Alina would pick dragon fruit, because I've heard it's really bland. Like, get some good fruit that will sustain you forever. I find this scene very interesting, but I do wish that Zoya got a few more scenes that weren't just her being a romantic interest or an opponent. Like, I wanted to see a little bit more of her just commanding everyone. Yeah, go Alina. Alina fight scenes. She should have gotten more fight scenes. And look, she can blind people. Isn't that magical? I actually do like these scenes a lot. They're really good. So that's like a really boring comment to make, but like still. All of the fight scenes or the running away scenes, the desperation of them, they're really good. And this is why I thought that the show was so much better than I can't talk, so much better than the books, in my personal opinion. At least, like, better than Shadow and Bone, not necessarily Six of Crows, because first, they haven't even gotten to those books yet, and second, nothing will top Six of Crows for me, ever. So that is the adaptation that I want, a straight up page to screen adaptation for. Like, I'm not really on board with any major changes to Six of Crows. It's just too perfect on its own. The way that I can only imagine Callahan Skogman as Matthias whenever I read Six of Crows or Crooked Kingdom, because I'm trying to reread it, but right now I'm just not in the mood for reading anything because I'm still obsessed with the show weeks after. But yeah, I like Danielle Galligan's British accent. I mean, I'm sure that a lot of actually British people would maybe argue against that because they know what it sounds like more than I do, but I just love her accent, like, normally, but this was pretty good too.
I'm good, thank you.
Point of advice, just never, threaten someone who's about to kill you by saying that you'll kill them, because that's just a bad idea and you're gonna die immediately. Thank you. Just wait until we get to the Six of Crows storyline, because then we'll see Kaz in full rage after Inej is almost killed. Exciting, right? Bookmal could never. They really did improve his character so much. I know that this was a really short video and I apologize, but I promise that I will be able to upload more now that I'm out of school and whenever my teeth are completely healed. So I will see you then. And thank you guys.